So dahil nga po mga minamahal sa naging revelation ni former Senator Antonio Trillanes patungkol nga po dito sa peking war on drugs, war on lies ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, abay biglang napasok at naalala ko yung sinabi noon ni Arturo Las Cañas na itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa ay tumatanggap di umano 50,000 weekly na naghahatid siya ng pera for drug money. Kala mo nalilimutan namin yun ha, Senator Bato? Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, kahit makapasok pa man sa survey yan, si Senator Bato de la Rosa may nakabinbin ng warrant of arrest dyan pagdating ng panahon. Kaya huwag kang magpapakampante, Senator Bato de la Rosa. 'Di ba? Baka yung tinutukoy mong impyerno na ICC, abay baka doon ka din mapunta. Natatandaan nyo to mga minamahal? Balita yan ha? Coming from the Vera Files. Sabi dyan sa balita, 50K for Bato de la Rosa every week. Mahiya ka naman sa balat mo tapos sasabihin mo na pinagpawisan mo ang ginagawa mo patungkol sa war on drugs para sa mamamayang Pilipino. Sino niloloko mo? Mga pinanganak kahapon? O yung mga mangmang na naniniwala sa inyo? Sabi ni Las Cañas said he was tasked to deliver money to the Bureau of Customs, well, of course, to Pulong and Bato de la Rosa every week. Every week, I delivered to Bato de la Rosa 50,000 when he was the city police director of the Davao City when he started the Operation Tokhang. Bato de la Rosa is an incumbent senator. Ronald de la Rosa, chief of the Philippine National Police from July 1, 2016 to April 19, 2018 under Digong's presidency. When as for his side on Las Cañas claimed de la Rosa, naniniwala naman kayo, dali naman gumawa ng kwento. Yan yung palusot ni Bato de la Rosa. I asked Las Cañas how Pulong figured in the death squad killings. He gave very specific details about the involvement of the Duterte son. Ito na yan, mga minamahal. Pakinggan natin ha. I was even summoned by Paulo Duterte 3 times to kill people. Yan. Kasi ini-interview dito si Las Cañas eh. Sabi pa dito, there was a killing that took place in 2013 in Deca Homes, where 3 were killed, including a woman. Paulo was said to have ordered it because of an argument with a target who had confronted him for being the arrogant son of the city mayor. Naku, bawal pala magalit si Pulong na pumapatay di umano according kay Las Cañas, even babae. Las Cañas said, I know it personally. He instructed me to kill these people with Edgar Mato Bato. It was in a Deca Homes near the house of Police Captain Ronald Lau, a part of the assassination team summoned by Paulo Duterte at that time. I asked how 3 people were killed when Paulo was angry only with one of them. The other 2, a woman and old woman, were simply collateral damage. Naku po, damay lang. Kawawa naman. There were many more collateral damage buried at the Lod Quarry and a Mandug mass grave. Las Cañas contends that there were 3 mass graves as a 3rd one in Maa, aside from one in Davao Gulf. There rumors have long circulated in Davao City that Paulo also controlled smuggling in the Davao ports. I asked Las Cañas if it is in the position to confirm he had related Paulo's drug connection in his affidavit. Which is yan din yung tinutukoy ni Trillanes. 'Di ba? Kaya nga nag-hearing noon patungkol sa 2017 sa Valenzuela drug smuggling at yung billions na related itong si Paulo at itong si Mans. Anyway, ito mga minamahal. Merong video dyan sa Vera Files, oh. Panoodin natin. Well, at least meron tayong source, di ba? Ang pangit lang nang nagsasalita tayo, wala tayong source na kinukuha.
Is that so? Yeah. Polong was the mastermind in the smuggling of Shabu in the port of Davao, and I was one of his conduit or front men. Yes, in fact, I remember from your affidavit, I think, or was it the one from, I think one time you were tasked to deliver money.
Yan.
Yeah. To the Bureau of Customs. To the Bureau of Customs, or of course to Polong, and to Bato de la Rosa. Every week.
Oh.
To Bato de la Rosa. Every week I delivered Bato de la Rosa 50,000 every week. This was when he was the city director of City Police Director. Okay. Yes. When he when he started the Operation Tukhang. I think you were aware of the killing of one Richard King. Yes. And it was said that Paulo was the mastermind because Richard King was his rival for a woman surnamed Chua. Okay. What can you say about that? Well, the truth is, in fairness to Paulo Duterte, he is not the mastermind. He's not the mastermind. He is not the mastermind. I know it. Because you know the mastermind. I know the mastermind because we investigate. Paulo Duterte is not a part of the killing of Richard King. In fairness to Paulo. For the truth. For the truth. Now you are talking only about the killing of Richard King, no? But you are not saying that Paulo Duterte is totally innocent of all the other killings because he also had involvement in other killings? That's correct. I was even summoned by Paulo Duterte for 3 times to kill people.
Oh, yan na yan.
Okay. Sir, in the year 2013, maybe you know about this, there was a killing in Deca Homes where 3 persons were killed, including a woman.
Yeah.
And this was said to have been ordered by Paulo because of an argument when one of the men accosted him saying, "You think you are powerful because you are the city mayor?" So, of course, Paulo got angry at that and he ordered the 3 to be killed. That's correct. You know this? I know it personally. He instructed me to kill these people with Edgar Matubato.
Oh.
With Edgar Matubato, yes. I see. And so you went to Deca Homes? Yes. It was in Deca Homes near the house of Police Captain Ronald Lau, a part of the assassination team, summoned by Paulo Duterte at that time. But Paulo was angry at only one person. So the other 2 were collateral damage? Collateral damage. Including the woman? Including the woman and old man.
Nadamay.
This is in your affidavit, sir. A lot of those who were killed were actually collateral damage only. Collateral damage. Yes, yes. And you say, were there a lot of these kinds of killing, collateral damage? Many more. Many more. Many more.
Alright. So, hanggang dyan lang muna tayo. So, recap lang yan mga minamahal. Part 3 yan ng conversation. Pero, here's the thing. Meron din ako sa inyong ipapaalala. Kasi sinabi din ni Arturo Las Cañas na itong si VP Sara is behind of Oplan Tokhang and Davao City. Alright. Former Davao Senior Police Officer Arturo Las Cañas accused Vice President Sara Duterte of orchestrating Oplan Tokhang in Davao City during her stint as a mayor in 2012. In a 24 hours report si Lima ran on Wednesday, Las Cañas alleged member of the original Davao Death Squad faced the media following the end of pre-trial investigation that this was the time, mga minamahal, that ICC was investigating former President Duterte and also the involvement of other people subjected in the International Criminal Court like Bato de la Rosa, Sara Duterte, and other more. Diba? So, ito yung time. Pero, and I think, mga minamahal, kasama talaga si Sara Duterte sa mahuhuli ng International Criminal Court because nung panahon na tayo ay member ng ICC, mayor siya during that time. So, kung ito ay patungkol sa crimes against humanity, pasok din. Kasi, you know, si Sara Duterte daw, di umano ang nagplano ng Oplan Tokhang. But anyway, mga minamahal, the POV here is yung sinasabi ni Arturo Las Cañas na itong si Sara Duterte ang nag-create ng Oplan Tokhang. Kaya kasama siya sa, I think, listed na masisilbihan din ng impyernong kuno, kung tawagin, ni Bato de la Rosa na lugar, which is yung ICC. So, sabi dito, on the alleged crimes against humanity under the drug war of the Duterte administration, the former policeman speaking to the media from the undisclosed location overseas, he submitted 186-page affidavit to the ICC. I think ito, si Edgar Matubato at Arturo Las Cañas, yung dalawang tinutukoy na witnesses na mayroong nakitang almost 8 to 9,000 pages of documents and 15 or 16 hours video clip ba yun? Wait lang, hanapin natin mga minamahal. Okay. 16 hours of audio video files ang nakaprepare dito kay Digong. Diba? Tapos almost 8,500 of documents, initial documents versus former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Alright, sabi pa dito mga minamahal sa balita, binabasa lang natin to sa inyo And alam ko naman kasi na naging reason to kung bakit nahuli itong si Digong. Diba? Madami siyang naging reason. And also, ito yung mga final na affidavit ni Arturo Las Cañas para kay Sara. Ito din yung magiging reason para mahuli itong si VP ng ICC. So, sabi dito, the former policeman speaking to the media from the undisclosed location overseas said he submitted 186-page affidavit to the ICC, which he said contains information on the alleged killing perpetrated by former President Rodrigo Duterte and the involvement of his daughter, the current Vice President, in the extrajudicial killings in Davao. So sabi pa dito, siya ang pasimuno nito ng Oplan Tokhang. Nung nakaupo siya as a mayor noong 2012, panahon na yan, na miyembro na tayo ng ICC. In-appoint siya ni Bato de la Rosa as Chief of Police ng Davao. So, sinabi sa akin ni Bato de la Rosa na nagka-craft sila ng panibago niyang extrajudicial killings na campaign against illegal drugs, which is yung Tokhang-hangyo, meaning yung Tokhang. Actually, si Edgar Matubato at Arturo Las Cañas, dati, nung nagtatrabaho sila bilang jailer ni former President Duterte, they thought na yung pamamatay nila is yung mga taong involvement talaga sa droga. Not until nung napagtanto nila na bakit may mga babae, ba't may mga bata na nadadamay? So, doon sila napaisip hanggang sa, you know, nakilala nila si Michael Yang and they confirmed na, talagang sila pala yung kumukontrol ng droga. So, yung mga taong napapatay, part lang yan ng script. 'Di ba? Na, ito pag pumalpak, tegi agad. 'Di ba? Pero yung mga totoong drug lords, hindi nadadamay kasi they are being protected by former President Duterte when he was still a mayor in Davao. Alright. Mga target personalities sa illegal drugs, lalo na yung mga gumagamit ng shabu, nagbebenta, sabi niya, kidnapin nyo. Ilubog nyo yung target, parang kaso, missing person lang. Diba? Parang ganun yung gustong detail by detail nga yung sinasabi ni Las Cañas So, as the member of AJK Davao victims, sa loud kakailan po, ang estimation ko lang, meron pong more or less 3,000, pero ang total damage na napatay sa Davao City, yung nakita saka yung missing, more or less 10,000. Ang dami. Las Cañas said the figures are separate from the victims in the war of drugs of the Duterte administration. So, iba yung killings nung doon sa Davao, at iba din yung killings ng si Duterte na yung presidente ng bansang Pilipinas. So, mga minamahal, ito yung panawagan pa nga ni Arturo Las Cañas. Panawagan ko kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, mag-ingat po at huwag magpakumpiyansa sa halimaw ng Davao na si Rodrigo Roa Duterte at yang allegedly na sa Vice President Sara Tambaloslos Duterte. Mga traidor po ang mga ito. And totoo, they are traitors. Diba? Kita nyo naman kung paano nila binaboy yung presidente. Kita nyo naman na lahat na lang inire-relate. Pagkaaway nila, nire-relate nila sa droga. Just like what happened to Trillanes, De Lima, diba? Yung mga kaaway nila, lahat nire-relate nila sa droga. Ganun katindi ang mga Duterte. Alright. So, yun po mga minamahal. Hanggang dyan lang po muna tayo. It's me again, Alicia nyo. At nagbabalik ulit para sa ating panibagong video.